and professional development. I'm Dr. Gerald Dozier, Chief Content Creator at Simply Cyber, inviting you to get the answers to your cybersecurity problems with hundreds of cybersecurity videos answering your frequently asked questions, interviewing industry experts, and live streaming daily cyber threat briefings hosted by me. Now get the stories and insights you won't find anywhere else. Hit subscribe now and dig into all the fresh content on the channel and in the community. Nothing should stop you from launching and leveling up your cybersecurity career today. All right, everybody, welcome. Hold on, you're seeing behind the studio. Looks like we're back up and running. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the disaster recovery edition of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Briefing. I had a massive flip out for the last 5 minutes to myself, so I'm all frothed up. If you see the glistening, that's because I'm sweating, because I'm screaming at my computer like a madman up in here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Do me a favor, community members. If you're here in the new stream, in the new chat, give a shout out to the people over in the old chat and let them know what we're doing all up in here. The show must go on. Good morning. Welcome. It is Friday, January 26, 2024. This is episode number 500 and 500 something. I can't see because this is the DR edition. And I am your host, Dr. Gerald Dozier. And over the next 45 minutes, me, you, Big L, Guru, Gangstar, Marcus Kyler, Jeff Watala, Amish Runaway, the whole mod team helping me get set back up. Episode number 443, the folks over on YouTube, the folks on LinkedIn, the long-timers like Omni Investments, the newcomers who we're yet to meet today, who are going to stumble into the disaster recovery edition of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Briefing. We're all going to be shredding the top cybersecurity news stories of the day. And I'll be giving my expert opinion and analysis on each of those stories on what it means to you to drive cyber risk reduction for your business stakeholders. Or if you're looking to break into the industry, believe me, you're going to get massive value here. And by the way, just as a fun fact, congratulations, you've passed the first test of cybersecurity. Working through adversity, continuing to persevere, vigilance. If you made it to the DR edition of the show, you're cut out for cyber, because guess what? It's a hot mess express, but we keep marching forward. Super pumped, super excited. What's up, all you yeeters? All up in here. Great to have you. BSEC with his 7:30 meeting. We'll see how much knowledge we can cram into the next 20 minutes. Holla, holla, holla. Good thing I'm wearing a black shirt, because you're not going to see the pit stains, because I am sweating like a pig in heat right now. Woo! All right. Hey, we want to say shout out to the stream sponsor. Start with my good friend Eric Taylor and the whole crew over at Barricade Cyber. Listen, Barricade Cyber is dedicated to helping businesses recover from cyber attacks and recover from the damage done. Cyber attacks can cause massive issues for businesses and send dedicated, hardworking business owners into turmoil. But guess what? Barricade Cyber Solutions knows how to mitigate the damage done by cyber incidents. Believe that. Check them out at barricadecyber.com. Links in the description below. We got a super chat coming in. Hot Rex for 5 spot.
We just become best friends.
How many people does it take to troubleshoot a live stream? One with a PhD and a gaggle of mods. So much. Thank you so much. Holler at you. Shuttle Crab with a 12-month membership. Thanks so much, Shuttle Crab. Barricade Cyber getting some love. Also want to say shout out to my good friends over at Panoptcy Security. Panoptcy, get a partner who understands your cyber programs and your business goals. Whether you need to execute a disaster recovery plan or develop a business continuity plan, guess what? Brandon Poole and his team at Panoptcy can totally get you sorted out. And not just like crank out a ChatGPT generic vanilla, oh, here's a DR plan, go for it. No, they can work with your business, understand your operations, your business impact, your critical processes, your resources, what is important and what matters, and more importantly, what does not matter and where do you not need to spend money. Get with Panoptcy Security and take your information security program to the next level, getting expertise and guidance from people who have dozens of years of experience helping businesses kick total. All right. Also want to say shout out to Anti-Siphon. We are 8 business hours away from Anti-Siphon's Active Defense and Cyber Deception. There's still time. There's still time, but just know the window is closing quickly. More about them at the mid-roll. Guys, every single episode of the Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Brief, I do not prepare for, and that's okay. I just want you to know you're getting my rough, rugged, raw takes coming in hot, riding low on a train bound for glory. I want to let you know, if you are a regular here, hashtag Team SC in chat. I see you, Johnny5. I see you, Kuda Chimera, all the regulars, hashtag Team SC. We are one community, and I personally genuinely appreciate you making the effort to get over here on the DR stream. There's going to be a lot of people who are confused today. The numbers are going to be low. And, hey, you know what? I might even ask you, if you've got a hot second, take the new stream feed and drop it over on social media. Put it in Discord. Let people know what we're doing here, because, you know, it is what it is. All right. I want to say, hey, if you are here for the first time, drop a hashtag first timer in chat, please. Hashtag first timer in chat. We do love welcoming our first timers.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. We got a little special sound effect, a little special emote. We've got so much love for the newcomers. Hashtag first timer in chat. Thanks, James Adakudo, clicking like crazy. Love it, love it, love it. Marcus Kyler, I'm not sure if you heard. I did play Guru or Gangstar's Big L, rest in peace, that intro from Full Clip. I know Boston Rob knows that one. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, each episode of the Daily Cyber Threat Brief is worth half a CPE. So if you are upgrading Jeff first time on the DR edition, judges, will we allow it? Yes, we'll allow it.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, everybody. Said Mujar, hashtag first timer, all caps. Boom, baby. Welcome to the party, Saad. Good to see you. Hey, guys, each episode's worth half a CPE. So say what's up in chat, grab a screen cap of it, and file it away. It's as simple as that. If you hold professional certifications, that's what you need to do. Yeah, CJ, go back and listen. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. I might even do it one more time just for craps and giggles. All right, guys, do me a favor. Sit back, relax. We got to get to work. The coffee's almost out. It is Grayson's Joke of the Week presented by James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. So stay tuned for some hilarious laughs at the mid-roll. Do me a favor. Sit back, relax, and let's do it. CJ, here we go.
Big L, rest in peace.
From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Friday, January 26, 2024. I'm Steve Prentice. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise attacked through Microsoft 365 email system. The division, also known as HPE, has stated that alleged Russian-linked cyber espionage group Midnight Blizzard got in through its Microsoft Office 365 cloud-based email environment, where they collected information on the company's cybersecurity division. This is the same threat actor group that last week breached Microsoft itself, a story that is still reverberating. HPE discovered their intrusion in December. Their investigation showed that the attackers had been exfiltrating data since May of last year, accessing, quote, a small percentage of HPE mailboxes belonging to individuals in our cybersecurity, go-to-market, business segments, and other functions, end quote. Study review.
All right. So this is interesting. Just to throw shade, it's not fair, but I hate HP products so much that Midnight Blizzard definitely didn't breach HP using HP products. This is not a good look. Obviously, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, big player in the game. They said they went after their cybersecurity division. So I didn't realize HP Enterprise had a cyber division. But here's the deal. When we talk about advanced persistent threats and sophisticated threat actors, none are more, I don't want to say none are more sophisticated, but there is certainly a premier league, if you will, of APTs and sophisticated threat actors. The NSA aka the Equation Group. The NSA in the United States is absolutely in the Premier League, but in the United States, we actually have policy and doctrine that says we won't abuse the abilities we have with the NSA to enrich the United States. It's really to like defend and protect national security. It's less to take out businesses and enterprises in other countries for our own national benefit, which is one key difference between what the US does and other countries do. Now, Midnight Blizzard, this is Microsoft's naming convention. If you see like a weather system, blizzard, storm, flood, typhoon, that is Microsoft's naming convention. Now, I'm going to fully admit that I'm incredibly biased right now because I love the Midnight, the band, and I'm trying as hard as I can to objectively see this as not that, but I am. So, damn. When we talk about the Premier League of Advanced Threat Actors, Russia's APT-28, Cozy Bear, they are premier. They are epic. They are top tier. APT-29, excuse me. They oftentimes work with APT-28, which would be this, sandworm. And they combine each other for deep penetration of corporate systems and managing misinformation, disinformation. They've been in HPE's system for quite a while. The objectives and motivation is unknown, but what I will say is here's my thing. When you see Cozy Bear or Fancy Bear involved, your ears should perk up and you should be like, what's going on? Let's get into this. My heart goes out to the people at HPE. If I had to guess, they've probably brought Mandiant in at this point. Let me see if Mandiant's in the news story. The word Mandiant shows up twice in the news story, so I don't know where it is, but it's not good. Remember back a couple months ago, China was able to breach and get golden tickets in O365 and move around. It sounds like, I don't know if they were sharing intel with Russia. They are allies with each other, but Russia's breached into Microsoft. They've got into HPE through Office 365. All I could say is I would have to, like, a lot of people are using Office 365, right, for email. So what I would strongly encourage is if you are responsible for protecting an organization and you are using Office 365, again, which many of us are, I would absolutely dig into this story a little bit deeper and try to understand how they got in, and if there is any guidance from Microsoft on what to do. Again, we are not going to be able to eliminate all risk of a threat actor attacking us, and especially one as sophisticated and well-funded and as deeply intelligent as Cozy Bear. Okay, but we can certainly limit the impact, make detection faster, so we can, activate IR and basically get these things sorted out. So, not a good look. This, what? Another thing that sucks, by the way. So, by the way, this is a good story. If you're looking to break in, this is germane to right now, and I would absolutely get smart on this story because chances are wherever you're interviewing is using Office 365. You could swap HP Packard Enterprise out for another Fortune 500 company, and that'll be just fine. Hold on, what are we doing here? Hold on one second. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting stuff in chat here. Update my chat feed? What are we doing here? All right, so the IOCs are going to be hard. BSEC's letting me know that they're Cozy Bear is using proxy IP addresses. Again, this is what sophisticated threat actors look like. A lot of times we're just dealing with punks. They like the low-hanging fruit, it works. So the cyber criminals don't need to up their game. But when you're dealing with advanced persistent threats like this, you need to. So anyways, TLDR, this is an important story and one that you should be tracking.
Reveals 18,000 exposed API secrets, including $20 million in vulnerable Stripe tokens. The
Oh,
API
oh,
security
oh, oh.
platform Escape on Wednesday.
Hold on. Is this the chat? This is the chat from the other stream. Give me a second. Give me a second. I was not tracking. Hold on. Give me a second. Stand by. This is what DR looks like, okay? Doink. Hello. All right. Hey, by the way, can I just, since I took a pause here really quickly, can I just share with everybody? 1 year. Yay. All right, hold on. Just really quickly, since this is a hot mess express anyways. There we are, Jerry. I'm celebrating my 1 year anniversary as a squad member. Yes, way to go, way to go. Thank you, mods, appreciate it.
Announced the results of its 2024 API Secret Sprawl research, which is based on its scanning and analysis of 1 million most popular domains at the beginning of 2024. Amongst its findings from the 189.5 million URLs from these domains were more than 18,000 exposed API secrets, 41% of which were deemed highly critical, meaning they could lead to significant financial costs for their organizations. These took the form of exposed financial tokens and API keys and included $20 million in vulnerable Stripe tokens. Also on this list were GitHub and GitLab tokens, RSA private keys, OpenAI keys, AWS tokens, Twitch secret keys, cryptocurrency exchange keys, X, formerly Twitter, tokens, and Slack and Discord webhooks. A link to the report is available in the show notes to this episode.
I love it. I love it. Congratulations, Josh Mason, for 13 months. Forever, I'll be looking at the back of Josh Mason on the squad membership. Hey, guys, so API Sprawl, this report is definitely interesting. You can see 18,000 exposed API secrets. Here's the thing. APIs are application programming interfaces, and they basically allow functionality to be tapped into from outside a system, right? So really quickly, say you have like a Google Mail, right? Yeah, you can log in through Google Mail, but you could also write a little script that reaches in and queries, and say like you get an email from whatever, Simply Cyber, right? You could have it pull, and by querying the read API or whatever, and then once it detects a new email from Simply Cyber, it goes off and fires off something in Slack or whatever. This is the power of APIs. It allows extendability, integrations, automation, orchestration, the works, right? APIs are cool. Now, the thing is, you can't see them. Sometimes developers write them and don't document them. Sometimes they write them, document them, and then, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? They deprecate them, which means that they write new API calls that are better, faster, stronger, more secure, but they don't sunset the existing ones. So APIs are a hot mess express, and you can't really see them, but you can query for them and engage in them. I will tell you this. One, if you're running a business, tech startup, you got software, whatever, that has APIs, you definitely should be investigating them. Two, and I mean this with all my heart, if I was starting in industry today and I wanted to go into the offensive security side of things, I would absolutely focus my energy and effort on API security. I just feel like it's not an untapped potential, but there's so many people doing web app stuff, OWASP top 10 and everything. But because of SaaS solutions and cloud and quick to market and let's throw ChatGPT on everything, because of all of that, there's massive amounts of API issues. And I just feel like you can deliver huge value, make big splashes, get pub, and define yourself as the API person right now. I just feel like it's a really good golden time. Like, I feel like right now, APIs are all the rage, but industry hasn't caught up yet to like really harden those things. I mean, there is hardening and stuff like that, but it's just not there yet. I want to say Katie Paxton Fear, or I think it's Katie Paxton Fear, Insider PhD. She's got an API masterclass that I haven't taken, but I know Katie and she's excellent, so I think that's good. Alyssa Knight is known for her API security stuff. I'm not sure if it's still current or not, but what's his face? TCM has an API security course on TCM Academy, which I enrolled in, but like everybody else here, I enrolled in, but it didn't start. So there's a lot of opportunity to learn API security. I just think it's really cool. Let's go.
Ukrainian energy, postal, and transportation services hit by cyber attacks. A number of critical infrastructure companies suffered cyber attacks yesterday, including the state-owned oil and gas enterprise Naftogaz, whose website and call centers remain out of service at the time of this recording. Naftogaz supplies gas to 12 million Ukraine citizens and runs 60 subsidiaries. The country's postal service, Ukropochta, also reported a cyber attack which disrupted some of its services. The agency responsible for transport safety, DSBT, also announced an attack on its data center, which disrupted the system called Shlaya, used by drivers to cross the Ukrainian border or deliver cargo abroad. Also, Ukrainian State Railway, Ukrsaliznytsia, noted an attack that prevented passengers in Kiev from buying train tickets online. It's currently not clear if these attacks are connected or who is behind them.
All right. So, whatever. I mean, this is another day. The assault on Ukraine from Russia continues. This time attacking critical infrastructure. Like I said, Russia's been attacking Ukraine in various ways, critical infrastructure, since the beginning. Thank you, Kimberly. Since the beginning of the conflict. Now they're attacking energy, postal service, transportation, etc., banking. They attacked Monobank the other day. I did a little bit of research. In Ukraine, they have two major banks. Monobank's one of them. A lot of the citizens have bank accounts with both, almost from like a DR perspective. So when Monobank got hit, they kind of just shrugged and like started using the other bank. I was like, literally, I have access to a Ukrainian, not just a Ukrainian citizen, but someone who is like recently boots on the ground in Ukraine. And they're very, very kind to answer all of my questions. So incredible resource. But this is just continuing. And this is another example of how cyber warfare looks, right? It's not 1950s kinetic warfare with the big haymaker from the top rope. It is consistent. It is ongoing. It is relentless, and it just attacks all the things. Now, I don't know if this was a denial of service attack. Websites not down, call centers are not operational. You would hope, when Colonial Pipeline got hit in the United States, everybody flipped out. This is Ukraine's largest state-owned oil and gas company. You would hope that citizens are not left out in the cold and have access to that energy. And you hope that they're able to get back up and running. This is really coordinated, by the way, like attacking energy, communications, and transportation all at the same time. That definitely is a psychological blow to the citizens of Ukraine and to the military of it. You could see that they say that they've restored payment processing service access to users' personal accounts and the APIs. That's what I'm saying. You got to get in there. File this away. Like, it is a fascinating case study from a cyber war, conflict, in what it looks like manifested, what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. Unprecedented, unfortunately.
UK water supplier Southern Water breached by Black Basta. The water company confirmed the attack after scans of passports, driver's licenses, HR-related material, and corporate car leasing documents related to the company were released on the gang's Tor leak site. The water utility, which serves 4.5 million customers in southern England, confirmed that normal operations have not been affected. InfoSecurity magazine notes that Jamie Akhtar, co-founder and CEO at CyberSmart, has suggested the breach could have been the result of a supply chain attack, given that some of the leaked documents bear the logo of Southern Water's parent company. Akhtar said, quote, "This suggests that the breach could have happened through any number of Southern Water's subsidiaries or suppliers." End quote.
All right, somebody get Justin Gold on line too. Our regional water reporter on the ground. Another water utility company hit here by Black Basta. Mr. Boombastic, right? Black Basta hitting another, utility. This is a ransomware threat actor. Black Basta is a tier 1 threat actor, tier 1 ransomware operator. If I'm not mistaken, they are an offshoot or a splinter, a fork of Black Cat Alpha. I know for a fact they are indiscriminate. They will hit, they hit a publishing company in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, small business, 75 employees. They hit Southern Water Utility. They will hit anyone. This is a perfect example of a threat actor that is just all about straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
They don't care. They don't care what your politics are. They don't care how much money you make. They don't care who your customers are. They don't care if you're critical infrastructure or you're just making baubles and widgets for, for Tickle Me Elmos. They will hit you right in the mouth and they want to get paid. It's their money and they want it now. It's not really their money. They're criminals. Alana Boyajian with 16 months. Happy Friday. I'm late because I was chatting with Subro about managing cyber projects at his new job. Love this community. I love the community too, Alana, and thank you so much for 16 months of squad membership. That blue badge looks good on you. In addition to ransomwaring these Southern Water Utility, obviously Black Basta likes to do data exfil as well. So they've got passports, driver's license, HR information, corporate car leasing documents. Okay. So to me, the TLDR here is, actually, this is interesting. The TLDR here is if you work for water utility, you absolutely need to elevate your risk profile. Like shields up, Captain, right? Like you need to go to battle stations or whatever, like turn the lights down and turn the red ones on that do this thing. And, everybody to their stations kind of thing. We're going to drop down to, a depth underwater if we're on a submarine. This is interesting, though. Southern Water replied on Twitter/X publicly that, there's no evidence the relationships or financial systems were affected. They say that customer data has been stolen. They will notify customers directly. Why I find this interesting is because they are responding publicly in a PR fashion to the actual incident. This is a tough, it seems obvious and easy, but it is really a tough decision. Who's allowed to speak on behalf of the impacted entity? What are they allowed to say? When are they allowed to say it? What should they not say? Are there any implications from the insurance company, which I know sounds ridiculous, but are there any implications from the insurance company on what you can say and not say? Is there anything from a GDPR perspective that you need to follow and do within a certain time frame? So when you're doing your tabletop exercises, definitely bring in PR or social media or whoever and talk about when do you do these things and what do you say, because you definitely don't want anybody saying just anything when you're breached.
And now, a word from our sponsor, Conveyor. Conveyor, the security questionnaire automation software known for generating the most accurate AI answers to questionnaires, is launching a much-requested feature. Conveyor's AI can now use uploaded security documents like a SOC 2 and security policy white papers to auto-generate precise answers to entire questionnaires in seconds. See why customers like Lucid and Carta are raving about the software and try the AI yourself in a free proof of concept at www.conveyor.com. That is CONVEYOR.com.
All right. Hey, all you beautiful people who made it to the DR show. We are executing in our DR mode. We slipped over to the hot site that we keep up and running to make sure if we ever need to, business can continue. I want to say thank you to all of you, the 390 of you beautiful people who made it here, for all the people who jumped on social media and shared links to the DR stream. I genuinely appreciate it. We are a community. We are one big group of folks helping each other. And I genuinely, today specifically, really appreciate y'all helping me out. Thanks to the mods. I want to say thank you and shout out to the stream sponsors, Barricade Cyber, Panoptcy, and my good friends over at Anti-Siphon Training. Guys, seriously, listen up. This is critical because time is of the essence. Anti-Siphon Training is disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry by providing high quality, cutting edge, hands-on keyboard, practical learning from industry experts in a way that lets you practice what is taught. And it's all regardless of financial position. James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet with 5 gifted subs. Thank you, James McQuiggan. Let's go ahead and get that Oprah emote flow in there. Thanks, James. Guys, here's the deal. Starting Monday, January 29th, so just a few days away, John Strand, a legend in the industry and a phenomenal teacher, will be teaching active defense and cyber deception. I have taken this course. I have a video on the channel reviewing this course. This course is fantastic and absolutely worth your time. If you have the time and you want to learn and push yourself and grow professionally, there's no reason you shouldn't take this. You can take it for $0. Use the link in the description below that takes you right to the registration page for active defense and cyber deception for next Monday and get on this. I don't know when he's going to be doing it again. He does it a couple times a year, kind of randomly. Get on it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And if you really want to double down, the first week of February, John's back with SOC Core Skills, another amazing course. And this one's really perfect if you're like kind of weak on the IT side and you want to get that nice foundation and then build on top of it. It's phenomenal. By the way, John's classes, at least I can speak to the active defense and cyber deception. It's not just nerding out all the time. John also gives lectures around ethics, application, like theoretical concept of what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's just a comprehensive kick-ass, sorry, Kennedy, course. George Strasburger with the super chats. With the gifted subs. Thank you, George Strasburger. Guys, I want to tell you about the Simply Cyber Community Challenge. Get some of this. Check it out, y'all. Listen, Gaurav Chauhan has the baton. I want to tell you, if you would like to blow up your professional network on LinkedIn, do the following, all of you. Head over to LinkedIn, search for the hashtag Simply Cyber Community Challenge and connect with the people posting and commenting on those posts. You will, for 5 minutes a day, blow up your network in a really great way in 2 weeks' time, believe me. Now, Gaurav, if you can, tag somebody in chat. Gaurav has the baton. One person a day gets the baton. Gaurav, tag somebody. They'll have the baton if they accept it. We ask that the baton holder go on LinkedIn and share their story. Use the hashtag so people can find it. It's all about good times. Thank you so much, all of you. All right. Hey, it is Friday, which means it's Grayson's Joke of the Week presented by James McQuiggan. James McQuiggan coming in hot with the jokes. Here we go. And thank you to Simple Minds for playing the background. Guys, it was so cold this past weekend. I don't know if you know this. It was so cold this past weekend that James's computer froze. He had too many windows open. He just had too many windows open. He also wants you to know, why did Jerry put his money in the freezer? Why did I put my money in the freezer? I'll tell you straight up, buddy. I wanted that cold, hard cash.
Straight cash, homie.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Rex coming in with a tag team. What's the best way to catch a runaway robot? A botnet. Love it, love it, love it. And then finally, James McQuiggan wants to know, where does a snowman get the weather report? I don't know. Where does the snowman get the weather report? The Winternet. Straight up on the Winternet. The Winformation Superhighway. Thank you so much, James McQuiggan. We love having you here, telling the jokes, and Rex for the tag team. Let's get back to work, y'all.
January update jams some Google Pixel phones.
George Strasburger with a super chat.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Thanks so much, George. This is one of the best security podcasts. I've been here forever. Now getting the promotion to VC so soon, thanks to the knowledge of the team.
I came in like a wrecking
Yes, sir. We haven't played the Wrecking Ball in a second, and I am loving playing it. Thank you so much, George. And seriously, solid congratulations to you, man. Kick ass. Oh, sorry, kick butt. Sorry, Kennedy.
These problems were reported by users of many different models, including the Google Pixel 5, 6 and 6a, 7 and 7a, and 8 and 8 Pro. And the problems include the inability to access internal storage, open the camera, take screenshots, or even open apps. According to Bleeping Computer, quote, the root cause is unknown but is likely a software issue with the January 2024 Play system update that Google hasn't pinpointed or fixed yet, end quote. It is suggested that users who are still using the November 1 update stick with that for the time being.
Sorry. Hey, Google Pixel, if you're using it, you probably already know that you can't access your photos. Yikes. What I would say is I didn't listen to the story, unfortunately, because I was doing mod chat. But if you are impacted, this sounds more like an individual problem. I don't know a lot of businesses. Actually, you know what? It is possible. I know, like, if you're like a housing inspector or roofing inspector, there's a lot of businesses that when they do physical audits, they'll snap photos for evidence and support. So this could be business impacting. I would say if you're running the Pixel, which, by the way, if I did ever run Android, I would run a Google Pixel. Knowing what I know about Google and Android, I would simply imagine that they would be releasing a patch. You gotta patch it. And it will be fixed soon, right? It says they're not sure why Google isn't fixing it. I have to imagine that Google is going to fix this sooner than later. Now, obviously, it sucks if you are impacted like on business operations. Hopefully, you know, again, hey, welcome to the DR episode. I will say this. If you are running a business where taking photos is part of the business critical processes, right? Like I said, I had my roof replaced last year. The guy's up on the roof taking all sorts of photos and snapping them and stuff like that. If taking photos is part of your gig, you absolutely should buy some type of, cheap camera, right? Like just like a point and click job, right? And just have it in the car, in the glove box, issue one to all of the people, right? You're not really ever going to use it, but in the instance you need it, business can continue. And by the way, that could be like a $40, $50 camera, and boom, no problem ever. We're not expecting phones to break and phones not to work. But guys, here's the one thing. If you put all your eggs in a basket, like, oh, this is my internet and my communication device and my phone and my everything, right? If you put all your eggs in one basket and you don't have a continuity plan to handle when crap goes sideways, well, I mean, unfortunately, you're going to figure it out. And I would say you might think like, oh, okay, like I wouldn't think to do that. Well, the first time, oh my God, this is probably, you know what? This is the more you know. Gather around, not children. You're definitely not children, but gather around, friends, and let me tell you, the more you know. This is an absolute, like, do this, okay? Let's say you're impacted by this, okay? And you don't have cameras in everybody's glove box. Whenever you suffer some type of business impact incident, right? Like the show today, right? We had a plan B because this has happened before. If you didn't have the camera in the glovey, that's fine. But whenever you ever suffer some type of incident or impact of negative consequences at your business, you 100% should spend at least 30 minutes doing a lessons learned. What happened? How can we stop this from happening next time? How can we limit the impact next time? If you just resume operations, which a lot of people do, if you just get back up and running and keep on running full tilt back to the finish line, well, guess what? Next time it happens, you're going to get punched in the mouth again. You need to do lessons learned and, wait for it, process improvement. Hello, this is GRC 101. If you're just friggin' doing the same thing over and over again, guess what you can expect to happen? The same thing over and over again. So lessons learned, best practices, process improvement. Go look at the NIST cybersecurity framework and look all the way to the right. on recovery. There are, in the recovery thing, it's not just about getting back up and running. It's about improving process in the overall workflow to make sure that crap doesn't happen again. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Watch for increasing sophistication from threat actors, says Experian. Experian's 11th annual data breach industry forecast includes 6 predictions that they suggest will cause even more excitement in the cybersecurity industry this year. In short and in part, these include the extension of third-party vendor breaches to 4th, 5th, and even 6th-party breaches based on internal communications within the industry. Also, manipulating tiny bits of data such as transportation coordinates to cause chaos, attacks on supply chains for rare earth minerals, and insider activities such as learning stock market insights early to cash in through legitimate markets. A link to this report is also available in the show notes to this episode.
What? Hold on. I am confused by this report. So Experian does data breach reports. Experian suffered one of the biggest data breaches in history 11 years ago. So I guess as part of their retribution, they've decided to do these annual reports to let people know what's up. And this is basically, I mean, this is a little late because we're almost in February, but this feels like one of those prediction reports where they're telling us what we need to know in the future. So here, I'm just going to quickly run through these and give you hot takes on all of them. There's no question third-party data breaches have made headlines. Yes. Third-party risk is a real thing. I actually got interviewed by CSO Magazine last week for an article about how to manage third-party risk. My GRC people, where are we at? This is where we live. Definitely, you need to include third-party risk management as a serious area of interest. Let's see. Little becomes a lot. That's kind of whatever. Not a third wheel. All right. So they're just saying like this, not a third wheel. They're just saying like other countries are getting in the game. It's not just Russia, China, Israel, United States. Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. All right. One of the interesting things about cybersecurity and the weapons that you can use in cybersecurity, you don't need to have a large population or a large military or a large workforce in order to have a cyber military capability, right? It's code. You can copy and paste it. So a country like Ethiopia can just purchase from NSO Group or from some, like Lord of War type person who brokers in cyber weapons, can just buy a weapon. And now all of a sudden Ethiopia is a first world cyber power, right? Now I'm being slightly playful here. I mean, they'd have one tool and one weapon, right? And what do you do with it, right? You always got to remember, it's always about actions on objectives, right? Like, so I could pop a box, but like, what's the point? Like, what am I trying to accomplish with that pop box? So the scalability of cyber capabilities and cyber weapons moves much faster and much more fluidly than bullets and missiles and stuff like that. So anyways, if you're interested, check out this report. It's okay. Honestly, I would spend more time looking at this Cozy Bear report. This seems more like important at the moment. I want to say really quickly, what's up, Cyber Eagle? And what's up, Kyle Dorfler?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. Let's get some John McClane in the hizzy for all these people. Welcome.
Parcel company disables chatbot after it swears at customer. The parcel delivery company DPD, which has been using an AI-enabled chatbot for customer service successfully for years, is retooling its current automated service after frustrated customers essentially tricked it into making negative statements about the company, including in haiku form, as well as encouraging it to swear in its comments. The outcomes of these activities naturally went viral on social media. These types of erroneous and often user-driven prompts are recognized as an ongoing risk in the early years of AI chatbots, as the BBC points out, stating, quote, "It comes a month after a similar incident happened when a car dealership's chatbot agreed to sell a Chevrolet for $1 before the chat feature was removed." End quote.
Okay. So if you missed last night's episode on Simply Cyber Live, my long form Thursday guest interview show, Tiberius, amazing penetration tester, web application hacker, and really, really cool content creator, was my guest. He was talking about some of these chatbots and being able to kind of like trick them and stuff. Here is the reality. People are running business people are running at a breakneck speed to slap AI on all the things, right?
Straight cash, homie.
And when you stick a ChatGPT API front end on something, guess what? You are putting like you're adopting all the controls and guardrails that whatever ChatGPT has put in. So it is totally reasonable to do prompt injection and trick your chatbot into giving away information. I would say, yes, like having your chatbot on your website swear at customers, it's funny and it makes the news rounds and stuff like that, but it doesn't really impact business. This is, if anything, this is a harmless, okay, hold on. Let me give a speculative hot take. Let me get my tinfoil hat here. This is harmless, and if anything, this is actually probably good marketing for DPD. I've never heard of DPD, but now I have. I don't even know what they do. They're delivery experts. Wouldn't have known that, right? Like, really, like everybody knows it's not a human on the other end. So when it's swearing, it's funny because it's technology and it's not supposed to do that. It's funny because it is unusual and it subverts expectations. It doesn't, this DPD's business isn't going to go under. People aren't going to like, I'm not shipping with DPD. The chatbot swore at me. No, right? Now, having said that, you got to be careful because if the chatbot has insider information, you built them, like maybe you trained your own, instead of using just straight ChatGPT APIs, you train it on your own LLM or LLM and it knows insider information about your business. Well, now you might actually have an insider threat. You may like basically have a glorified front end for a hacker to weaponize data collection on your business, right? Like what are the salaries of the employees, or what is the home address of the CFO, or what is the password, right? So I don't know. So anyways, just be mindful of that. That like businesses are running breakneck speed to throw AI on everything because it's going to sell and because business consumers are wanting AI and stuff like that. But this is one of those risks. So I'd almost argue or suggest that you want to bookmark this story and just have it in your back pocket when you're at a project meeting or something like that. And like Dan the innovator, not Dan the automator, LOL. Dan the innovator is like, oh, we should totally do this chat bot thing. Like, just be like, yeah, we can do it, but be mindful of these type of things. How can we control these risks?
Microsoft launches immersive space called Mesh. Although not directly a cybersecurity story, the release of a mixed reality platform from Microsoft represents another large step towards VR-based working environments, and working environments always need security. The Mesh environment is now being integrated into Teams' business plans and allows people to gather and collaborate in a 3D world without the need for a VR headset.
What?
Remember to join us for...
All right. From the office of nobody asked for this, Microsoft Teams now supports 3D and VR meetings. All right. What are we doing here? Are the corporate overlords who run in the shadowy cabal of CEOs from Fortune 500 companies, do they want return to office, or are we getting VR and everybody can work remotely? For me, I am work remote. I don't think I'll ever go back to an office. But you know what? 3D and VR meetings, let's go. That's a functionality that seriously, like no one asked for it. I don't know if it's going to improve meetings. Like meetings are already like, I don't know, in my opinion, they're like, let's get something done, make a decision and move on. So they said you don't need hardware to run this. I'm not quite sure what exactly that is. I would love to experiment with this. If anybody in chat has played with this and knows how it works, I'd be interested in that. I don't see, like, if you don't need a headset, I mean, are we going to be issued like green screen wallpaper for our houses? Like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's obviously fun, but I don't understand how the technology works. I personally would like to investigate this if I had time. But here we go. Let's look at a quick little graphic here. What are we doing? That's actually that's the Teams client. So, okay, again, like who asked for this? Basically, instead of seeing a gallery of people's faces, it'll put them in a room. So I'm in a meeting with like Casually Joseph and Eric Taylor, and Casually Joseph is like standing in a potted plant, looking at a wall, talking, not realizing that he's in a potted plant. Like, what are we doing? I get it, but what are we doing here? Okay. So anyways, I am going to look into it. I can't wait to see some of the silly things people do with this, but you do require a premium license to Teams, which I'm not going to be buying for any reason. So maybe I won't be able to experiment with it. I don't know if anyone knows Microsoft. Maybe I could call them and be like, "Oh, I'd like to demo your product," and maybe go from there. I don't know. All right, let's go. We're at time exactly. Nick Barker. All right, everybody. Holla, holla, holla. What a show. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so very much. This was episode 543, I think, of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Briefing. Guys, we got jaw jacking coming around in a hot second. We do need a baton pass. Who would like to do the Simply Cyber Community Challenge? Please, one person volunteer. We'd love to hear your story. We'd love to get to know you a little bit better. Who's gonna pick it up? We got some first timers in here. We got some long timers in here. Marcio, big hey from Australia. I love it. Zachary Caudle. Zachary Caudle. Yes, sir. All right, guys. We got someone ready to take it. Listen, do me a solid, everybody. Have a great weekend. We've all worked our butts off all week. You know you've been putting in the effort and the time. I genuinely appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know how valuable 1 hour is. And for being here, being part of the community. Thanks for hooking up the DR. Congratulations to all of those, especially the ones with promotions, certs. Thanks for the squad memberships. Big shout out to Deb Wigley. Hey, real big shout out. Can we just do this really quickly for a hot minute? Before we switch over to jaw jacking, I want everybody to know this. We got a big update. For a community member. All right, y'all. Guess what? Zach Hill. Many of you know Zach Hill. Zach Hill is a phenomenal community member. I love myself some Zach Hill. Zach Hill announced yesterday on social media that he is officially the director of content and community at Black Hills Information Security.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Love it, love it, love it. No drama. He was with TCM. TCM, they love Zach and are super pumped for Zach. This is what I'm talking about. It's all about good times. It's all about community. It's not about tearing someone down. It is about hooking them up and being happy for them when good things happen and being there for them to support them when crappy things happen. Zach Hill, congratulations. By the way, the fact that Zach now works at Black Hills Information Security is good for all of us because we all benefit from Black Hills being awesome. Go ahead and just check my ad read for Anti-Siphon Training, which is the training arm of Black Hills. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to all of us. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you want to do some jaw jacking, let's get into it. I'm Jerry, your chat. Until next time, stay secure. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Jaw Jack, and I am your host, Jerry Guy, just coming hot off the heels on a little DR cybersecurity daily cyber threat brief. What's up, everybody? I'm super pumped. It's Friday. I'll try to contain myself, but it's going to be hard because it's freaking awesome. We're straight up crushing work. Good news coming from everywhere. Love it, love it, love it. Marcio's dropping knowledge here. I currently developed a strategy plan for mitigating risks in the cyber supply chain space. What can you quickly share about risk reduction for third-party suppliers? All right, Marcio, coming in hot with the first question of the day. Here is how you manage third-party risk. It is a multi-pronged approach. One, you got to have data governance. So what are you allowed to put into third-party data and what is not allowed? You have to communicate to your end users and make them aware what is allowed and what is not allowed. In the absence of knowledge, people will make decisions that they think are appropriate, not malicious, not nefarious, just they don't know any better that you shouldn't be putting all the data in. Next, you've got to look at access control. If you're putting data over in the third party, who gets access to that data from your business and from your partners? If you can leverage federated authentication, so when someone leaves, you can shut the access off at one point and make sure that it percolates all over the different cloud systems. Also, who has access at the customer or at the vendor side to your data sets? Is it protected? I don't know. More importantly, when you're setting up the contracts, make sure that you have clauses in there for the following two things. One, that you will get your data back when they're done with it. Two, they will delete the data when you're done with it. And three, bonus one, they are not allowed to sell or profit off your data. They'll turn around and sell that because data is the new gold. All right. Also, when you're thinking about third parties, sometimes they remote into your business. What are you giving them like internal full-blown access accounts, or are you giving them mitigated down contractor accounts that you have higher visibility on? Are you requiring them to have any security posture checking on their laptops? Dude, you could have EDR and the most secure baseline configurations of all the Windows machines in your environment. And then you got some yokel with a laptop walking in who has crap security. They're infected. You give them an insider account and hop on your internal network so they can do work. And you've just screwed yourself. So are you going to have posture checking? Are you going to require them to have EDR? Are you going to issue them a corporate laptop that is only authorized to operate on your network? That costs straight cash, but it is it's a business decision. Do you want to invest in workforce computers in order for third parties to come on site and be able to do work? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for that question. Here we go. What else we got here? Eric Taylor wanting to join Jaw Jacking. We could certainly do that, Eric, if you want. Oh, really quickly, if you haven't done it yet, I do want to share this really quickly. Today's vendor, so the Jaw Jacking segments have a vendor sponsor post. If you go over to the Discord, under the Simply Cyber channel, right here, category, there is a show support. And this is the link right here for the hyper identity security. I do review these and vet them before I put them here. The reason I want to tell you about this one, this is an initial report. They're going to be releasing a bigger report with more information. It's all around identity access and management. And what I wanted to tell you is Identity IAM, basically, if you don't know about it, it is vitally important, especially in a zero trust architecture model. And this report, you can click here to download it. I actually reviewed this report, and there's a lot of really great nuggets, not just from metrics and infographics and stuff, but also explaining key concepts and key terminology. So if you would like to learn more about identity access management, then this report is worth your time and interesting. They actually have an example right here of the MGM Resorts hack and how IAM was involved in that. So please go check out the link, click on it, check out the report if you're interested in learning more about identity and access management. All right, I am all frothed up. What do we got? 311 people. What's up, everyone? Let me go to mod chat really quickly. Doink. All right. Oh my God. Jerry, can you be an ex-felon? Changed your life with empirical evidence and be a pen tester and work for NSA, CISA, Google, or am I wasting my time? I have 27 tech certs plus going to get pen test plus. All right. So occasionally this question comes up about being a convicted felon or an ex-con. Unfortunately, that is a very tough road to hoe. I would argue that what you need to do is network your face off and really try to get in through a side door. You need to get someone to take a chance on you. Unfortunately, there is a lot of bias if you go through the front door. And I don't know as far as NSA and things that would require security clearances. Let's see. We've got Eric Taylor in chat. Give me a second. I'll bring Eric Taylor in. Chat's going to come. How can we do this? Let me see if I can do this really quickly. Hold on. I see you, Eric. Give me a second. I want to see if we can do something fun here. I don't think we can do something fun. That's okay. Let's do this really quickly. We got Eric Taylor coming in hot. Let me do this. We're going to get rid of our jaw-jacking vibes, and we're going to go old school. What's up, Eric Taylor? Ladies and gentlemen, many of you know my good friend Eric Taylor, but we have Eric Taylor live in chat. Eric Taylor from Barricade Cyber. Also, many of you are probably squad members because of this man. What's up, Eric? How are you?
Good, man. Good. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I want to answer on that ex-felon. It really depends on the amount of time since the crime has been, or I guess crime has been discharged, and the level of security. I mean, I doubt that you may get a job at CIA, NSA, but I mean, I have heard rumor of them hiring people out of DEF CON, and some of those people do have some pretty questionable experiences in the past. So it's a possibility. I guess if they want you bad enough, they'll make an exception.
Right, exactly, which is why I was saying, like, I 100% agree with you, and I think that that's why you need to get a side door. Like, someone needs to know how awesome you are, and then they'll move mountains to get you in there, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah, Chris Young's loving the music. Love it. Eric, what do you think of this story about the VR mesh Microsoft Teams immersion experience?
I'm all for it, man. Let's try it out. I mean, I was making the comment in mod chat that I really do. I took a look at the Apple one that's coming out, and that price is just freaking crazy high. So that was interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's just their next iteration, because on a lot of the Teams meetings, you can actually do the theater room, if you will, where everybody's just up on kind of like a bench or on a little seat, and you can look like you're all watching a movie or something like that, or like you're the movie screen that's actually in there. But yeah, I guess it's just the next iteration, as everybody wants to be, I guess, connected more. And that's really the pivot point in a lot of the discussions that I see, at least in my industry, with remote versus on-site. So, the collaboration and things of that nature for end users or for the team to be able to collaborate with each other in a meaningful way, outside of shooting Nerf balls at everybody. That it's remote is a challenge for building, building a quality team that can collaborate together.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see that. I mean, I've worked on some small teams, and it is nice to have, not an interface, but like see someone. I mean, if you have a long-standing relationship, a quick phone call, it's because you already have the visual model in your head of like what they are and what they're doing. But I think it's interesting. We'll just see what it looks like in reality. I think the biggest problem with all of that, like especially Facebook and Metaverse, they kind of screwed the pooch. Like everything looks like a Nintendo Wii character.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing here? Are we kids playing in a sandbox? Like, if you want professional, like, let's look professional. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like I'll post it in my chat here in a second. Sorry, got sidetracked.
No,
But
that's all right. We got a question here. Chris Young, I passed my first cyber threat intel cert this morning and saw a great entry-level job opening for Intel analyst. Do you know any Intel people I can reach out to and ask for advice? First of all, congratulations on nailing that cert exam. Way to go, bud. As far as threat intel people go, I have a video. By the way, I've decided I'm going to get a bright red shirt with bright white font that says I have a video for that, and I'm just going to wear it around. Okay? So I have a video for that. Go check out my video with Samuel Clemens on everything you want to know about being a threat intel analyst. Jax Scott, I believe, has threat intel experience. Eric, what would you say to someone wanting to know more about threat intel?
I would just say subscribe to as much feeds as you can. You know, I mean, that's what we do. We do a lot of threat intel, especially from CrowdStrike and some of the other threat feeds, just to make sure that we're staying up to date on the latest stuff when we're doing our threat hunting. Granted, most of the time we're coming in after the explosions already happened, so we got to find out where they went. But it's the same thing. So, and some of them do have community editions. You may not get the most latest, greatest stuff on an instantaneous format, but within a couple of days you can get some of the latest stuff. Definitely checking out Alien Vault.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a link. This is actually in my Cyber 101 course. Here, let me give me 1 second. This is in my Cyber 101 course. Can you see this? Or hold on 1 second. This is called this is Microsoft Cyber Threat Intel. I'll drop this in chat for everybody. But like this is a kind of a threat feed from Microsoft. You can see here's that Microsoft Blizzard story we just covered. This is a pretty good resource, and Microsoft. You got to remember, like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, those three entities, they have such a footprint globally that their threat intel is super informed, right? Obviously, larger security companies like FireEye, Cisco, Palo Alto, they also have like pretty good threat intel feeds because it's all about the telemetry that you have to make it effective. I see Wade Wells is in chat. Is he wading through logs? Very cool. Oh, hey, so let's share this really quickly. This is really, really cool. Let me share this on screen really quickly. Eric, you want to tell us about... Hold on 1 second. Here. Eric, you want to tell us about this while I get it up and running?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So those who've been following us, my middle child, Hunter, has gone through a heart transplant after having 4 open heart surgeries. We had some major complications. We're still going through some of the final steps just to see if we do have a viable heart. But there is a local, this shirt that we put out through Bonfire, it really has two sides of it. Where one, if you want to help show, love, support, and it really does boost Hunter up when he does see people posting images of that and saying, hashtag Hunter Strong on social media. We kind of show that to him, and that definitely boosts him up. But it also, most importantly, like all the proceeds and everything, we don't get it like my family doesn't. We're thankfully very blessed and financially stable that we're not looking this for money. But Gerald, you know this, being working for MUSC and being in the Charleston area, but a lot of families come here from all over the Southeast to MUSC Children's Hospital. And there's a Ronald McDonald House very close by. So people who have to literally uproot their lives so that way they can spend time with their sick loved ones and stuff like that. Everything here goes to the Charleston's Ronald McDonald House. So it helps support them, providing food, providing electricity, just the stability of everything at the Ronald McDonald House locally. So, Bonfire sends it directly to them, and it's really a great way to help out a community.
That's awesome. And I've dropped a link in chat if you would like to support this cause. They have multiple colors. Like, I think these shirts look pretty cool. I'm going to be getting either the blue one or the green one. I'm very partial to the blue one.
Blue is
This
Hunter's
always
favorite
just-
color. So
What's that?
blue is Hunter's favorite color.
There you go. I love it. So go ahead and check that out. I've been following. I haven't been probing you for updates, Eric, but anytime there is an update on social media, I appreciate you sharing that with the greater audience. There's a lot of people who are invested in really, supporting and championing Hunter, and it's great to get those updates and see all the wonderful progress that Hunter's been having.
Yeah, definitely got a long road ahead of us, so I definitely appreciate the people reaching out. The updates will be a little bit slower as we're doing individual baby steps on the recovery aspect. But I've seen 2 questions come in. Yes, he is still at the Children's Hospital. He will be for at least another 2 or 3 months, if not a little bit longer.
Yeah, as long as it takes.
Yep.
Christina Paulika, family loves volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House. Her mom still collects soda taps to donate to the Ronald McDonald House because they recycle it for cash donations. Very nice, Christina. That's awesome. It is good. I guess it's always kind of funny the direction jaw jacking goes, but I have 1 degree of separation from Ronald McDonald House. One of my closest friends, his 3rd child was born at 21 weeks. Which if you don't have kids and you didn't know this, like a full term is 40 weeks. So 21 weeks is like halfway. Like 21 weeks is when they figure out the gender. The baby's eyelids had just formed. Like and the baby was born, and baby was in NICU for like 6 months. I mean, she's like 5 now, and she's like fully, everything's awesome. But, he like lived at Ronald McDonald House because they had like a 4-hour drive or something like that. Or he didn't. His wife did because she had to nurse on the regular. So anyways, Ronald McDonald House, wonderful organization, and definitely a very cool opportunity. So let's keep rolling here. We got some questions. Marcio, who probably dipped out already because he's in Australia and it's wicked late there, talking about intel agencies using psych tests in the recruiting to identify if a new employee is risky. What are your thoughts on this? And you ever got a psych test to see if you're legit or not?
No, I haven't. Not since I've been out of the Marine Corps.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, in private business, you are entitled to hire whoever you want, right? But at some point, there is I guess you opt in. Like, if you say, hey, we're going to do a psych eval on you as part of the hiring process, if you don't like that, you don't have to take the job. But at the same time, I guess if it's not illegal, you can't be like, hey, like, we're going to open hand slap you in the face. That's part of the hiring process. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just abuse a candidate because they want a job. You can't exploit your position of power, which people do in interviews, and it annoys me. So I don't know if a psych eval is, I don't like the psych eval now that I've thought about it. Like, it's not 100% certain. It's not a objective test, right? There are people take polygraphs and fail, and they're not bad people. They're not lying. So I think it's bull crap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I push back on it. I mean, for general public business, I don't think there's a warrant for it. But I can see if you are doing certain things in the government sector that I won't talk about publicly. But if there's, if you're engaged in the government sector in certain facets, the organization may want that just to as a factor for employment. But you definitely can't be, going to your employees 3 months or 3 years into it, and be like, hey, guess what? Tomorrow everybody's going through a psych eval, right? So.
Right, exactly. No, that's definitely not okay. I also want to point out that people in chat are openly saying they'll take an open hand slap if it means getting a job.
It's the job market is crazy right now. Depending on which news channel you listen to, it's either really good or really bad, and it's really hard for. I'll just say from a business owner standpoint, because me and Casually Joseph and the rest of the team, we kind of talk about this openly. Businesses right now do not know how to move forward. We really don't. At least as small businesses, right? We don't. There's too much uncertainty, so we don't know how to proceed. We don't know how to move forward. And until there's some stability from, quote unquote, the higher up in the government and what we can be able to believe in and trust in, it's going to unfortunately stay that way. So I would just say, please, everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and
plan for a storm.
Yeah, I do, not to get political because it's not that type of show, but I do potentially see a storm coming.
Yeah. So this is a website that I have in my hot bookmarks called layoffs.fyi. I'll drop it in chat. I don't know if you've ever.
No, I haven't. This is cool.
Eric. Basically, it'll show you, and I know it's hard. I got it all blown up. It's hard to see here, but it'll show you. And these are ordered by time. So Microsoft literally yesterday laid off 1,900 people.
Jeez.
Right? Jamf laid off some people. I don't know how many. HubSpot, they're really well known. SAP laid off 8,000 people. Right? So I always go to this website in order to see, kind of get a, like you can talk about like, oh, things are good, the market's good, but like this is reality. Like these are people's jobs that are being fired or laid off or whatever. So you could tell me a bunch of stuff, but facts are facts. So I always go there and check that out. Because, honestly, I think it's informative and useful. So go add that to your bookmark list too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what other questions people got in chat or what's going on? Let's see. Cyber 101. I'm grinding, everybody. I'm grinding. Emmanuel O wants more information on a storm. If you can keep it quasi-politically agnostic, Eric.
I mean, take a look at the layoffs. Take a look at the reports that you're seeing coming out about, the threats that are coming in from third parties coming into our country. I mean, arguably we are the global superpower, right? So, with us having potentially the highest GDP, we have more money arguably than any other country. So we have a big bullet or a target on our back. So, if you got somebody in a third world country looking to, make ends meet, they're going to go where the most money is and try to potentially get that, right? So it just from a prosperity standpoint, it makes perfect sense, right? And for the general public not to understand that we are, as a whole, vulnerable and susceptible to these type of things is just very frivolous to me. Just because you're running a mom and pop pizza shop and, you think you're not vulnerable is just flawed.
Like we're all in the same harbor. There might be bigger boats in the harbor, but we're all in the same body of water.
Exactly.
So 100%. And I'll even offer this up. If you want, this isn't 100% on brand, but let me see if I can pull this up. I've been reading this book. Hold on one second. Oh my God. I've been reading Battlefield Cyber, and I wanna share it with everybody so they can see it. I've been doing the audio book of Battlefield Cyber. Okay. Can I get a graphic on this thing? Of course.
Oh, that's probably my buddy. Oh yeah, I've actually downloaded the Audible of that the other day.
Oh, you guys can't see it. Here you go. Yeah, so I have the Audible of it. This is Mike McLaughlin and William Holstein, and it's very interesting. It's very dry, but it's very well informed, and it basically gets into some of the bigger geopolitical strategic decisions that have been made by global superpowers, United States, China, and Russia specifically, and why they are operating in an asynchronous warfare. Some of the things that Xi Jinping did, the leader of China in 2012, massive military reduction from kinetic soldiers and reallocated that workforce to become cyber warriors. A long-term plan, and now, obviously 10 years of training and expertise. They have a unbelievable cyber capability. So anyways, Battlefield Cyber is really, really interesting. So it's 9:27. Eric, I sent you a DM in mod chat if you want to check that out.
Stand by.
Yeah, Chris Young got a whole playlist on that. Tito Cybertech, morning from Miami. Can you provide me with some tips how to create a SOC portfolio? Yeah, we got a video. We got a series of videos for that, buddy. We're gonna set you up for success. Let me go to YouTube. Simply Cyber. Tito Cybertech coming to you live from Miami. Let me let this wash over you in an awesome wave, Tito. Check this out. Boink. Again, I know it's hard to see because all these things. But right here, this is a sick playlist, Tito. And by following it, you're going to not just get hands-on experience, you'll get some resume bullets, and you will be better off because of it. So get up on that. I got to get that shirt made, by the way. I've got a video for that. Like I'm going to wear that to Wild West Hack and Fest. Oh, Eric, talk about Wild West Hack and Fest.
It's a great conference in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, what about your sponsorship?
Yeah, I guess we are allowed to talk about that now, aren't we? I keep forgetting. But yeah, we are. We're going in real deep with the community. You guys know that we've been around for a while, and this year we definitely want to be more community driven. So we have gone in as top tier sponsorship with Black Hills Information Security. We got like 3 or 4 of the conferences this year, or webinars or whatever, and then we are the top sponsor for Wild Wild Hackin' Fest. I don't know if there's other ones there, but we'll be the top guy, one of the top guys, if you will, to help promote and bring awareness. We're going to be looking at also doing some giveaways for people to have virtual tickets, things of that nature. Me and marketing team are definitely getting together and trying to sort out some of those things. So we'll see how all that goes out.
That's cool. Way to go. That's very cool and actually inspiring. I'm probably going to do giveaways for virtual tickets too. I didn't even think about that. But Simply Cyber is also going to be sponsoring, not the premier sponsor, but logo on the shirt sponsor. So we'll do some virtual ticket giveaways as well. That'd be a lot of fun. So chat, I've got a 9:30 with the very talented Gary Ruddle over in the UK. Can't wait to talk to Gary. But Eric is available if you all want it. I've asked chat here to vote. So do a quick favor, vote on chat right now if you would like to keep the stream going. Eric is available, but if not, if most of you got to get going and you're like, please just let me go.
Let the pain stop.
Let the pain stop. Let us know how it's going. All right. It looks like 50, 60 votes, Eric, 87%, overwhelming. People want you to stick around. I'll dip out. You got chat up and you've got. Am I doing a hot handoff? This is pretty cool. We're doing a hot handoff during a DR show, which is bananas. But you got everything you need?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to end the poll. Guys, thanks so very much for all you did. Have a great day. Jawjacking was fun. Have a great week, and we will see you all, or I'll see you Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern for the Daily Cyber Threat Brief. Peace out. Eric, I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much, bud.
Absolutely. Take care, sir. All right, welcome to the show. The show after show, right? So we'll go bring this thing up. Mod chats are definitely sticking around, so thank you so much. Show some love to the mod chat. Let them know that we do appreciate them. I do see a question from CJ. Eric, will you be attending Black Hill DEF CON or Black Hat DEF CON? I do not think so. I do think that it's probably a dangerous thing for me to attend one of those shows. So folks know that once I get bored, I start getting a little crazy, and I do like my freedom. So I will probably not attend those until I get a little bit more seasoned, I guess, if you will, and be able to control myself. Love the show at Deadwood. This will be my first time going. It's crazy. So I've heard a lot of good things about it, and we're happy to partner up with and help out John Strand and the entire BHIS team to help put on a great show. So Let me know what questions you have, ladies and gentlemen. I am scrolling through the mod chat or through the chat on Restream right now. What's going on, Space Tacos? Hope you're doing well. Love the dolphin. Yo, what? Hold on. Let me start up my sandbox. Because one of these days I've actually got to, so those who don't know, behind the scenes, when you're on Restream, if you don't start the stream outside of like OBS, or like you don't connect OBS to start the Restream, I can't share the audio with my setup. It's really, really janky. I don't know why. I even got a new Stream Deck too, and it just doesn't work the way that I hope to. So I'll probably have to get a different one, but we'll sort that out. We'll do this, we'll flip me around, so that way I can do my dolphin. There we go, there we go. George, what's going on, buddy? You and I actually need to get together. You and I have some catching up to do on some things that I won't talk publicly. Scrolling through. Definitely put the letter Q, colon. Jesse, you and I need to get together as well, good sir. Is everybody enjoying the this warmer weather? I know down here in the south we definitely got some nicer weather these past couple of days where I'm back in the shorts, and it's definitely nicer for us down here. So getting tagged by Kim. Let's see, Christopher Whitlock. When are you releasing that hoodie for the few, the proud, the paranoid? Christopher, I've actually got to get with marketing. We do have, so sorry, we'll go a little bit of a business tangent. We were with one print manufacturer. It hasn't really worked out really well. We're testing out another one right now. So we got some recent shirts in. We're running them through washers, just make sure that, testing out the durability of them. But I'm hoping to be able to update the merch link here soon. That will have that. It's already, the design is already there for the few, the proud, the paranoid for cybersecurity. We're just testing out different vendors to make sure we get a good quality, because the last one just was not up to what we were hoping for. Let's see. Carrie, what's going on, buddy? Eric, what do I need to do? I've been doing everything to apply for IT work. I need more experience and will be working on labs. Carrie, I know you've been struggling for a while, and this just popped up in my head. Let me see. There was a time when I was a subcontractor, and I think these guys got bought out by another company called OnForce. Okay, so they're definitely bought out. Who bought them out? Work Market. And they're actually got bought out by ADP. Wow, it's been years. So this is like one of those platforms where you can submit your resume up and you can be the quote unquote freelancer. Quote unquote smart hands on site, things of that nature. So it may be something worth taking a look at, see if it's something that's good for you. I don't know. I can't give you any recommendation, or I can't tell you the validity of Work Market these days. It's literally been 5, 6, maybe 7 or so years since I've used any of those online platforms. We used to use OnForce when I was first starting out as an independent contractor, just, once I got away from Blackbox and realizing I can make more money as a subcontractor to Blackbox than actually working for them. There was OnForce, there was Work Market. Work Market was not as good as an OnForce platform. So it's definitely see if that's something worth there. I don't know if there's anything in lines of like remote that can be do, but I mean, we shared the link on earlier about the layoffs. Carrie, right now, I really do wonder, how soon companies are actually going to be hiring talent. Even us here at Barricade, we're having ebb and flows, not only with personal, trying to make sure that I'm able to get stuff done for the clients that we need to, which thankfully yesterday things are calming down. So yesterday and starting today, I'm actually able to, focus on some stuff again. But I know a lot of businesses that I've been talking to over the past couple of weeks, they really are worried about the potential future and what the state of the economy is, and really how to move forward. And I can tell you with 100% certainty that when there is uncertainty in the marketplace, businesses are going to hold tight. So I hope I am 1,000% wrong, but politically speaking, I think there is a storm coming. The chicken's coming home to roost, if you will. So try to just prepare yourself. I always say plan for the worst, but hope for the best is really what is what I would recommend. I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately, Carrie. I know you've been struggling with that for a long time, and my heart really does go out for you, but I really would have thought that you had landed somewhere by now. Space Tacos, not a question, but I loved your day. And awesome. Thank you so much, Space Tacos. Definitely those who don't know, probably about a year or so ago, was on with Jerry to talk about, day in the life of DFIR, things of that nature. Just catching up. CJ, what part of IT do you feel is more important to know? That is a loaded question. I think no matter what, whether you're, InfoSec or whatever, sysadmin or whatever, I do think knowing how operating systems work and how to, either break them, secure them, maybe a little bit of both. I definitely have that mindset. I want to break it to figure out how to secure it. It's kind of two-sided coin, if you will, CJ. But even in DFIR, learning how operating systems work, so that way you know how to hunt evil, what's true, what's not true, things of that nature. So I think sticking around some of the core competencies of even, I know it's very generic and a lot of people overlook it, but I do think there's some credibility to still even having an A plus just to know, how systems in general work, so you can be able to advance and have those fundamentals going on. So if you don't have some of those, I would definitely recommend that. Another one, let's see, a question for Mr. Eric. You don't have to call me Mr., but thank you. Rumor has it that home labs are useless to argument experience for cybersecurity jobs. Can you advise the impact they have for landing an interview? So, yeah, I do see home labs as quote unquote useless, but they are good for certifications. They are, if you're able to get at least somebody that is willing to listen, I would say, let me actually move that camera down a little bit. I know it's auto-focusing. Let me move this to standard. There we go. Some people may, if you pose it to say, look, you're a go-getter, you're willing to learn, you're willing to, put things up in your home lab to be able to advance your career and advance your knowledge and your competency in what they currently have, so that way you can get the industry certifications. A lot of companies, including us, we want to see you have Fortinet, Palo Alto, CrowdStrike, SentinelOne, whatever the industry is that you're doing. I swear it looks like my glasses are crooked on camera. I swear they're not, but it's messing with me. But anyway, it's definitely, I think industry certification on the technology that the business is using weighs more. So having a home lab, if you pose it that way, could potentially be a little bit more beneficial in that aspect. The one thing that may bite you in the backside is, you work for company A, and they're, Palo Alto, Sentinel One, Red Canary, list your, Google workspace, I think it is. I'm not sure why I want to say workshop, but a Google platform. But you go to company B, but they're Fortinet, they're CrowdStrike, they're Microsoft. So um, a lot of the certifications that you got from company A don't really transition and apply very well to company B. So that's one thing to be cognizant of. Secret. Gotcha, Christopher Young. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I did answer this one. Sorry, just getting caught up. Kimberly, check mod chat. Okay, hold on. Please stand by to stand by. What link are you talking about, Kimberly? Are you asking about the T-shirt? Asking for point of clarification if mods are still there. Holy moly, it's 9:43. So I'll try to take a couple more questions here. Definitely seeing some more the Dolphins, so definitely whip that out for you. I don't know why I started doing dolphin instead of like the duck sound or whatever. If you know me, I love being a little different. Oh, the link for Carrie? Yeah, sure. Hold on one second. Boom. Yeah, because I don't have access to Jerry's thing, but yeah, that's the work market. Miss Kimberly, thank you so much. All right, so from Tito Cybertech, see if I can find him. Any advice on how to pivot from entry level to a mid-level position? Honestly, I have the knowledge, and it's kind of hard to advance something. Feel like I'm shock here, maybe stuck here. So Tito Cybertech. Um, I would honestly, if you're trying to advance and if it's inside the same organization, I do think, you just go to the boss and say, hey, I'm looking to advance. What do I need to do? How do I take, um, what would I do to take initiative to, um, to work my way into, the mid-level? What am I not currently doing now that you want to see? You know, I'm a big component of asking point blank questions so that way you get clarity on your answers. And my ear pods are falling out, go figure. So, ask the question. You know, you're not going to do yourself any darn good at all if you don't have the clarity that you seek on this to advance yourself. There could be something, it could be a personality thing, where you need to be more tame. Something I've had to learn over the years. There could be a skill set that you just don't have yet, things of that nature. So definitely talk to management if it's definitely in the same realm, right? So just scrolling chat here. Okay, so Space Tacos, what would be a good lead up jobs on the road to DFIR or threat analysis? Space Taco, I think that goes back to what I was talking to. I believe it was CJ. or maybe Christopher Young, where just having that basic competency of what a device is supposed to do. Is this potentially normal activity? Is this not normal activity that we should be able to see from, a possible threat actor doing something? So, and definitely trying to, pair those together. Because just dumping you into digital forensics, you're like, okay, here, hunt evil. You don't know what's good and what's bad, right? So, checking out the DFIR report. I think the DFIRreport.com, I think the official name is. Right? So yeah, the DFIR report. Oops. I have to copy and paste. I'll put that in mod chat. So yeah, I mean, they kind of go through and they list out some of the TTPs. They do like what we do. We list out a timeline, even though mine's pretty much in Excel. For a website, you definitely want it to be pretty graphics. But, they talk about different DLLs, and sorry, you're going to hear some of my email notifications, I think, as well. That thing's kind of going crazy, but you'll see some of the domains coming in. So, I mean, there's a wealth of knowledge of how actually blow this up. So how they, potentially did the Tort of Mine application. That's a nasty way of doing things as well. How they got initial access in here. One thing I've screamed about for many, many years, if you're not watching your logs for repeat failed attacks, then you just got someone literally getting ready to set off a bomb outside of your building, so to speak. So definitely check out the DFIR report. Lots of information there that could help minimize some of your entry to get in there. Christopher Young, where did the Dolphins start? What's the original story? I think I mentioned a minute ago, Christopher Young. I don't know. I just picked something different. I don't know why I picked dolphin over the dog or duck sound or whatever that you traditionally hear. So, it's something different, and I like being different. So, let's see. Toasty Man. So, with the current job market, do you think it's better to just continue getting more certifications and experience if you already have a career somewhere else? So all right. So this is what I would say, and I would suspect UPS is going to be here any minute now, because we're expecting some packages to be delivered by 10 a.m. So I will have to probably end this here in just a moment. But I want to say this with an asterisk, and I will take the great Tony Robbins standpoint on this one. You're never going to be negatively impacted from a personal standpoint on continued learning and embetterment of yourself. Whether it's physical, psychology, physicality, or physically, learning how to better take care of yourself, understanding worldly views, things of that nature, and even technological, right? So I wouldn't say go into massive amounts of debt to earn these certifications by any means, just because, again, we don't know what the market. My gosh, I need to adjust my camera or something because that's messing with me bad. But you got to do what's right for you. Again, I don't think if you're learning and embettering yourself, then you'll get there, and you'll always be more valuable because of the skills that you know, and the more rounded that you are and things of that nature, will make you an overall better person, right? So it's I would just say do it with caution. I would not recommend, going to a school and going into a bunch of debt just to get a certification by any means. So just be careful. Just because, again, there's so much uncertainty. Alex, being an ex-felon, a roadmap for me being a pen tester, getting pen test plus, getting pen test hardware, LLC, and go to contracts to promote business and network. I have a great love for IT security. Alex, that's not a bad thing, but it's really, really not, Alex. You just you gotta be careful. I would say get on, bug bounty. Let's see. Because I'm actually doing this, we'll do mid rolls, those who've been around. So I would say if you don't know about these, bug crowd, this is definitely one. And forgive me if I'm speaking, stuff that you guys already know. I'm pretty sure everybody here already knows about HackerOne. Take this. If I was you, bud, I would honestly look for these platforms. There's another one that Antiquity, I think it was, right? They're more in the UK, EU. Yeah, Antiquity Bug Bounty. I learned about these guys from Stoke, which is no longer producing really any good content right now. He's pretty much taking an Irish exit from that stuff. But definitely look into a lot of those. What I would do is, try to find those platforms that will allow you to go bug bounty nuts on. So this is one thing that, kind of helped me a little bit. So what you want as an example is, let's say, TeamViewer Hall of Fame. And this is, you'll see, it's a little bit of a self-promotion, but you'll see where I'm getting at in a second. And that is actually UPS. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. I gotta go get this package. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry. I'm not sure how many people we still have here. Oh, it looks like we got 187 one of you beautiful people. So yeah. Sorry, I was running. I had to change my shirt because one of my puppies actually messed it up real quick on me because they love it. But anyway, yeah, had to change shirt too. So swag coming to a store near you. But what I was talking about was we have the you have forms like this, right, where you can actually say, hey, look, we're actually hacking. Yes, I got in trouble before, but I'm on the side of good. And again, shameless plug. Even as of a couple years ago, I was pen testing the trash out of everything that even I got on 2021's Hall of Fame for a global entity like TeamViewer, right? So it's definitely something you want to be able to have, that type of recognition, so that way people will take you a little bit more seriously. And that's kind of something to hang your hat on, if you will. So try to find those platforms that are out there, because TeamViewer they may have changed since then. But granted, this was 2020 and 2021 that I was pen testing on them, and found some pretty sizable stuff, as you can see. But they did not do a monetary payout, so they don't. And that's one thing that you got to understand when you're doing pen testing, that some of them don't do payouts, some of them do, but the ones that don't do payouts, you want to be able to try to get brand recognition out of it. You want to be able to promote yourself to say, hey, look, I'm actually a force of good. I am here to help out and make things better. So, if you're trying to recover from, some of your past, showing how you are doing things of good would be very beneficial. So definitely look out for that, right? So I'll stick around here for a few more moments. Jesse Johnson, thanks for hanging out. He's got to go dad it up. Know how that is. Christopher Young, yep, absolutely. Happy to be of help at any time I can. Any last questions, drop them in. We will try to end the stream here in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you, dude. The amount of knowledge to take from you is crazy good. Yeah, Jesse, I have a funny feeling that you and Joseph are going to trap me in a room at Wild Wild Hackin' Fest, and just be like a brain sucker. Rondell, very happy I stuck around. Well, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for all this knowledge and encouragement. Absolutely. As a newer person in cyber, it's really tough to get out there. It is. I will tell you, the industry has been burned a lot by people who say they know what they're doing, and people who would flood the industry for that dollar versus having that passion. And this is why I always say, if you're going to get into cyber, you need to have that daggum. Hold on. If you're going to get in this industry, you need to have the passion for it, because it will wash you out. If you're there just for the money, you're not going to last. And that's what happened. Everybody thought it was a cool, shiny new coin to get into, and everybody flooded the market, and people washed out left and right because they didn't have the stomach for it. They didn't have I wouldn't say the intelligence to do it, but they didn't have the wherewithal. They didn't have the ability to really go after that, right? So instead of going, we'll have to tell Jerry or everybody, if y'all like me coming in at the tail end of these things, definitely let me know, or let Jerry know. Say, hey, bring Eric back for jaw jacking. on tomorrow, on Mondays, and follow-up shows and stuff like that. Things are starting to calm down a little bit over here, so I can definitely pop in from time to time and do more of these if you like. Because this is about giving back to the community. So we're scrolling down way to the bottom. Again, just sticking out around for a few more minutes. From James Lynch, what if they tried to set you up to cover the internal corruption? James Lynch, your question again, what if they tried to set you up to cover the internal corruption? I don't know. I assume that you're referring to the bug bounty stuff. I tell you what, tag me in Discord, exclamation Discord and chat if you're not in the Discord channel. Just tag me in general, bcs.eric.taylor, and you, I'll take a look at it. Just clarify that. I'm not sure. I'm assuming you're talking about DFI, or you may be talking about DFR. You may be talking about pen testing. I don't know the premise for that one. Sorry. I see some flooding in here. Any recommendations on CyberCons to attend? What about CyberCons you would recommend? I would try to get into speak at. Your name looks familiar. Do I know you? Your name looks familiar. Hold on. Let me get to LinkedIn real quick. I think you and I have talked before. We may have talked before, but I don't see a Christopher Young coming up as a first degree connection. So, okay. It really depends on the Christopher Young is newish to the community. He's on the streams a lot. Well, welcome. But the I guess it depends on what specialty you want to be. I mean, we talked a little bit already about, the hacking and bet you. So you were the dude we were talking to. Okay, that's why. So Christopher Young is in the GRC class. That's what the study hall that we popped into the other night. That's why your name looks familiar. Okay. Got you now. I was trying to piece it. But I would say, depends on if you're doing pen testing, vulnerability management, if you're doing DFIR. I mean, it depends on what area you're trying to be in, right? So I would say get into those type of conferences. There's one up in the name always baffles me. Joseph, task for you. If you can post into the Simply Cyber General, that conference up in North Carolina that you're always pestering me about. I forget the name of it. But that one seems to be a good one if you're into DFIR and both, workstation network, mobile forensics. There's a lot of Leos that are there. For those who don't know, Leo's law enforcement officer. So there's it depends on what area that you want to be in. Pestering, wow. Yeah, you're pestering. Let's see. Take two more quick questions. Two more. 154 of y'all beautiful people still here. That is awesome. That is awesome. We'll take two last quick questions. If you want to get your question answered and I haven't answered it, just because I had to step away, let's get them asked real quick. Absolutely, but I'm just a very small fish in a very big effing pond. My band. What frameworks do you come across most often? To be honest with you, we see a lot of businesses that don't have frameworks. a lot of attempts to get to a framework, but never really getting there. The I would say frameworks are definitely a crawl, walk, run aspect of things. Um, I strongly recommend for a business who has not had any framework introduction at all to go through CIS version 8, maybe even version 9 coming up. I think that's open for comment or debate now. But yeah, I would definitely do that because whether you want to go through CIS's high trust or secure, no, CompTIA's security trust or something like that. They come up with some of their own janky framework that hodgepodges some other people. But if you want to pivot to the CompTIA one, if you want to go CMMC, if you want to go to NIST, or if you want to do whatever, the CIS will pivot to all of those really, really nicely, and a lot of them will even cross-reference. So, like, say CIS version control 1.1.1, of access control ties to, this framework of said new cybersecurity policy that you want to adhere to. So NIST does tie very well to any of the other ones, right? So, and it gets a company um, into a mindset of a framework. GRC, what's the best route? Big NGTV? No idea. I'm not a GRC guy. I'm not the host for that. Definitely talk to Jerry and some of the other GRCs that are definitely more into it. If you're learning on how to get into GRC, as Jerry said, he's got a show for that. Definitely check out simplycyber.io, and there's a link there to sign up for the GRC course. Exactly, Christopher, exactly. I won't count this as an official question, but what headset are you using, Eric? Those are crisp. This is the Corsair. I actually stole this idea from Bo Bullock from Black Hills Information Security because I would every year tune into his Breach in a Cloud class, and he wore the same exact thing. So that's who I got my inspiration from on that one. All roads lead back to Black Hills. Just kidding. But this particular case. Yeah, we swim around pretty fast, I guess. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to have to wrap this up. This is probably an update from the hospital. General question to leave on Eric Taylor. Do you like Rush Hour or Rush Hour 2 more? I like the original. 2 isn't that bad. Mods are picking up some stuff. Any tips or roadmaps to go from networking to penetration plus from Tito Cybertech? I don't know that one, to be honest with you. I don't know if there is one. I mean, there's definitely a subset of network forensics. But I don't know about pen testing, to be honest with you. And I'll just put this, I'm not going to butcher your name, because I will. What would you say is the absolute must-haves for a beginner course looking for jobs in Blue Team? I'm getting overloaded with information. Yeah, there's a lot of information out there. I would simply say going again with the basics, learning, A plus, security plus, network plus, things of that nature for getting into blue teaming. Because again, you got to know the basics of how operating system works before you can understand how to hunt for evil and apply policies and make sure that they're working right. So um, the best way I can frame that, and literally I'm going to use a framing reference, you can't build a house. You just can't just put 2x4s and bricks and all this other stuff on dirt. You got to have a slab, right? Build your slab. Then you can build the framing of your house up. If you just put your framing on a house on dirt, guess what's going to happen? It's going to sink. It doesn't have the knowledge. It doesn't have the foundation to build a good frame of your knowledge. Get the foundations in. I think I'm going to use that from now on. I think that's a really good reference. I like that a lot. I like it. I like it a lot. Any tips or roadmap for? Oh, I already answered that. What would be answered that one? I think someone's trying to troll me. Alex asked, "How do you feel about unrestricted AI?" Yeah. That's going to be a dangerous world. LeGrant, I need a slab. Yeah, get a slab, and not from Cold Stone Creamery either. Jamie, any recommendations on intro basic material getting into quantum computing? I'm not, unfortunately, the individual to ask. I just know it's a really a lot of powerful computers doing a lot of processing to break stuff that are supposedly unbreakable. You know, I've scratched my surface. When we're going back to the slab reference, I've built out the foundational edges to that topic. So, please tell Hunter and the entire Simply Cyber crew is sending him lots of love and energy to get well again. Thank you so much. We definitely have some hurdles to still overcome, but we are very blessed and thankful to be on solid ground at the moment. We'll see if this heart is still viable in the weeks to come, but so far things are good. So thank you. We definitely appreciate it. I've noticed a lot of places already want secret or top secret clearance already in places. Is it because of backlog or existing access? No. So this is a cart before the horse. To get secret, top secret, you need to already been sponsored in to obtain it. It's not like you can go to the government and say, I need secret or top secret. I need a level of security because I want to apply. There needs to be a need for it. So you already have to have it, and they're trying to poach you from another company. Essentially, what it is. They want to. They may be getting awarded a job or something of that nature, and they don't already have the talent in place for that, for that fulfillment to get that contract is what I would fully suspect at this moment. So I wouldn't say it's a barrier to entry, but more of trying to fill a need that they can't currently do. So they're trying to poach talent from other people. This is gonna be a troll. Does pineapple go on pizza with ham? Yes. My wife, Mrs. Barricade, aka HR, is she does not like me for that. So, yes, I definitely like the Hawaiian pizza. I definitely like ham and pineapple. I don't do it all the time. I'm definitely more of a carnivore, the meats. If you're a Pizza Hut, the meat lovers or whatever, I like all the meats and stuff like that on my pizzas, but I do like a good ham and pineapple pizza from time to time. Yes. In fact, it's been many years. I don't have to drive my wife nuts and get that again. Got to get it in because when Hunter comes home after a transplant, a lot of the foods he's not allowed to have. Um, just and it'd be better for all of us. I mean, look at me. I can like definitely use a good 50, 150 pounds, right? I could lose a human off of me, but it's so get it in while I can before all the goodies um are gone. So learn something new. Learn something new. FYI, Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada. True story. Somebody do fact check. Oh, dude, I love a good barbecue pizza. That has been my latest craze for a long time. I have not done barbecue pineapple bacon. Oh, I'm about to go get my fat boy on now. Um, let's see. Still over 100 strong in here. Yeah, we definitely got some people in here. This is crazy. I'm getting pinged by Joseph on something. Oh, okay, so a local joint that Joseph thinks I'll be interested. It's called the Dinosaur Pizza. Is that over in Nexton, Joseph? That sounds like the pizza place that's over there in Nexton. Kimberly, yeah, it is a nice shirt. So promotion to you, marketing manager at Barricade Cyber Solutions. Those who don't know, yeah, this one's going to be on. This is the one of the new shirts. This one's been washed about 7 times now. It has not faded yet from our new printer. So I'm very pleased about that. Blacks like to fade a lot, and some of the stuff likes to crumple off. So I've washed them with towels a lot, so that way it gets friction a lot. But we also got I'm not sure you'll be able to see, but recover from ransomware.com on the back. So that'll be on the new merch store. So yeah, we'll have it here soon, but we'll have it. We're just doing some quality checks on the new vendor before we change the link. I mean, we have the um we don't have I don't I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it because we're not very happy or we're not overly happy. I mean, they're okay, but they're not exceptional. So, we definitely want a higher quality, so I won't give out the merch link. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping I'm hoping by Valentine's Day we can show the love. So show the love with a new merch link. That's what I'm hoping for. But marketing team is very busy, so they're trying to get spun up because the last one we ended up parting ways with. Just we weren't aligned with on overall goals. I definitely needed some marketing help that's more in our industry than someone trying to learn our industry. While they were helping some other businesses with cybersecurity. They were really in DFIR. They didn't really understand DFIR really well. So, we've effectively hired Kimberly to fix it as a pseudo freelancer, but I've made it very public that I want to steal her full time. So that's we'll be working on that. So strap up. Got some big ideas for this year, and she's starting to see that. But anyway, one more question. One more. I keep saying that we'll wrap this thing up. Thank you so much. I still see 153 of you crazy degenerates in here. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll have to do a,
You gotta patch it.
because why not? Oh, we also got. So while we're waiting on that, while we're waiting on one more last question, so for Wawa Hacking Fest, we're trying to come up with. Um, so I won't count this as a question. Um, that I think that's like an OnlyFans question or something like that, or only feet, but only stained shirts. So, like, you want me to go eat some pizza, get some stains on it, and then ship it to you or something? It's kind of what I don't know. ADHD of me. The We're working on some sticker ideas for Wawa Hackin' Fest that I've kind of told Kimberly about, that we want to combine threat actors suck and cybersecurity logo. So I was thinking of something like cyber threat actors suck, but simply cyber doesn't, or something, as a sticker or whatever for your laptop or your suitcase or whatever the case is. Let me know, or let Kimberly know if you like that idea or not. Something to that effect, because I love throwing fun stuff at marketing. So again, having the threat actors suck somewhere, and then saying like but simply cyber doesn't, kind of like a collaboration to promote both businesses, right? So kind of a little nod to Dr. Gerald Ozier there. See? Oh my gosh. All right. Seriously, one last question. Let me know if there is any. If not, we will wrap this thing up, ladies and gentlemen, because we are coming up on 10:30. I do have to call the missus back. So get the update from there. Yeah, of course you would, Christopher. You please tell me you're not going to Wawa Hacking Fest, because I have an idea, or I have a feeling you will involve me getting in trouble with some of the comments that you make, sir. Or I'll have to get an entourage of people to like protect me, like the Secret Service or whatever. Like, stand back, you, stay away from him. You would. You jackwagon. You would. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love, much appreciation to all of y'all hanging out. Again, enjoy your weekend. If you're down in the South, I'm not sure how it is across the country right now, but if it's warm in your area, please enjoy it. I did hear on the Weather Channel either earlier this morning or yesterday or whatever, we're supposed to have some more colder weather coming in. So please go out and enjoy it while you still can. Get out, play with the dogs, go for a walk or whatever. I live in a big golf cart community, so I will probably hit up the golf cart a little bit, because AKA I'm fat. I'm fat and I know it. Dun, 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 dun. But anyway, thanks again so much for tuning in, everybody. Let me pull up these video clips. We will bow this thing out. I will end it with the sea shanty for me, and then we will do the Dr. Gerald Ozier closeout. Thank y'all so much. Let Dr. Gerald Ozier know if you want me to come on more. Market demand. When y'all drive the market demand, then he will answer. But it's been a pleasure hanging out with all of y'all. Take care of yourselves. Much love to all of you, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
There once was a kid whose passwords laid across all sites. They were the same, a criminal, then found their fame by taking that data to go. Soon may a criminal come to steal your pictures and data and run. One day when the crime is done, they'll steal your account and go.
Buddy, I hope you enjoyed that content. Keep the cybersecurity train going by connecting with the other Simply Cyber community resources. We have the Discord server that's lively and always keeps the conversation going. You can connect with me directly on LinkedIn. And also every single weekday morning on the Simply Cyber channel, we're doing live daily cyber threat briefings, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, as well as Thursday at 4:30 p.m. We're doing live stream interviews with industry experts, and we produce videos that we push out every Wednesday morning. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. I hope you enjoyed the content, and we'll see you in the next one.